Hello and welcome. This is your Funky Hunky with Let's Play Sunless Skies Early Access. This is something I haven't done before, playing an early access of something, and let alone recording it. But I was such a big fan of Sunless Seas that I had to chip into their not chip in. They used Kickstart, not chip in. Sorry, poor joke. And but I've got this. I got my copy, and I actually have a few other copies, at least one, possibly three more copies to give away. Which we'll see if you guys can come up with. I have no idea who to give them to, how to decide who to give them to. So if you guys do something cool, I'll give it to you. Whatever. But yeah. Anyway. Let's try this. Defeat enemies, deliver port reports to New Winchester. Holy shit! Oh, that's awesome! The main port is named... It's not named after the city I live in. It's named after the city that the city I live in is named after. If you can understand that. That's cool! I got a bit of fuel, bit of supplies, and some money. Cool. The high wilderness where stars burn and winds moan and mists drift in ragged folds. The suns make their homes here, and now so too do wanderers, building new lives out of the dark. I know how to steer. I know how a hull works. Fine. Driver signal is the most comfortable seat, of course. W forward, S backward, A D steer. Q. Oh, I can strafe now. That's new. Don't crash. Good to know. The air is as intolerable as the inside of a kettle. Sweating stokers shovel coal into the engines. The fires are hungry tonight. Brass pipes carry the resulting steam through your vessel, keeping the remorseless cold of the high wilderness at bay. Yeah, don't run out of fuel. You die. And okay, heat is a new thing, since that's a new thing to make your life harder since Sunless Seas. Supplies. A notched wooden table is bolted to the floor. Soon the crew will gather around it. The wilderness is without dawns or dusks. Only the rhythms of breakfast, luncheon, and supper make sense of the passing time. Meals are a chance to share warmth and companionship. The cupboards are stacked with tins of pemmican and purple packets of Murgatroyd's fungal crackers. If you travel, you consume supplies, you run out, you'll get hunger and eventually starve. Acquiring even a single crate of supplies will reset your hunger. Buy supplies at a port, but leave room in your hold for fuel and cargo. Yes, you have very limited hull space. And of course, you've got terror. Hold on. Look out the window. The windows of your vessel are stained glass, spilling panes of lush color across you. In the high wilderness, the light of the stars is enchanting. Looking too long can stir consuming obsessions or wild fascinations. The colored glass offers some small defense. Yep, as you explore, terror goes up. When you get hit, it goes up, and, terror is what you would expect. And yeah, you can improve things through different things and stuffs. Yeah, stories. Check the gun batteries. The weapons are oiled and well maintained. The high wilderness is home to pirates, cantankerity, and worse. You'll need to be able to defend yourself. We got forward and aft guns. Oh, that's new. Using shift and space to fire. That's new from Sunless Sea, I think. Unless I just didn't know it was there. Different weapons, different damage range, firing in space. Don't let... You have unlimited ammunition, but firing your weapons increases your heat. And the crew. They are squeezed 4 to a cabin in fold-away beds. Engineers and stokers, cooks, signalers, and gunners. Number of crew on board does not affect the speed of your vessel or the rate at which you consume supplies. However, you will Oh, that's new. It not affecting the rate that at which you consume supplies. That's different. However, you will sometimes find uses for having more crew. But yeah, I'm pretty sure in Sunless Seas having a big, massive crew will cause you to eat faster. I might be mistaken, though. The high wilderness, where stars burn and winds moan, and mists drift in ragged folds. The suns make their homes here, and now, so too do Londoners, building new lives out of the dark. I'm done! Oh. Sorry. Full speed ahead! Oh, okay, so I actually, unlike before, I actually have to hold. Well, why would I want to do that? Alright, fine. Go, Scout. Spotted something of interest. Where? That way! So we go that way! I kind of actually prefer the controls of Sunless Seas, where it's like tap forward, you know, you could go, whoa, shit. Okay, almost. Fuck. Whoa! New Winchester, I presume? Where the hell's the actual way in? Ooh, these controls are squirrely. Oh, I see blinking lights. Those are usually a good thing. Oh, these controls are squirrely. These controls are squirrely. A full stop button would be nice too. Yeah, the controls are definitely wonky. But let's see. Ace of Steam and Smut and Thundering Iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. Just check out the town. Factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. An opportunity, fastidious expector. Sure! She is short and square-shouldered, neat black suit posture. Shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown hourglass of Lennon's horological office. The body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay. Welcome aboard. Yay, money. Sure. Transport a settler, why not? Okay. Titania. So we need to find both of those. That little bump didn't hurt the hull bad enough for me to worry about it too much. Sure, crew. Oh, an officer. Welcome aboard, Mr. Clay Conductor. I kind of miss having the officers listed at the top. And I could buy a grand house when I have enough money. How much does that cost anyway? 5 sovereigns. I'm not gonna worry about it. Victory Hall. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers, colloquially called Tacketies, I gather and argue here. Deliver port reports here. Ah, okay, this is the Admiralty's office. Receive rewards and win Tacketies' favor. I have no port reports, but what can I do for you? Her skin is brown, and her hair is beginning to gray. She wears a heavy, unbuttoned coat. Metals gleam in the shadows behind its lapels. One half of her face is scarred from frostbite. She is enjoying a quiet cigarillo while her peers argue in the Chamber of Assembly. You talk for a while about life in the skies. When her cigarillo is just a stub, she says, "I'd be grateful to hear reports of your travels. I have a suspicion all manners of bastardation, bitchration, B-blank ration is going to kick off in the foreseeable. I'd like to be expecting it." Cool. That'll do. Company house. Local headquarters, Windward Company. Oh. So port report. Oh, we've got competing places to deliver port reports. And why should I give them to you instead of them? Following the uprising, the fortunes of the Windward Company fell in New Winchester. Now their modest offices occupy an ex-tinning factory in the murkier recesses of town. It continues to smell faintly of beans. The foyer, I refuse to call it foyer, it's foyer. The foyer bristles with stovepipe hats. The prudent secretary pushes between them, narrow and unsmiling, with a blousy shirt and black trousers. What do you want? Secretary's gender is the subject of some debate in the company canteen. The secretary's prudence, however, is not. I would be interested to receive reports on events in other ports, however small. The company has expansive interests. One never knows what might be important. Cool. So, we got scholars and business. Engine shop. Oh, fuel and supplies is yes. 4 of each. And there goes most of my money. Oh, no ching ching when you buy stuff. Yeah, fuck it. Buy 1 more fuel. Alright. Supply, stuff to sell or trade, stuff to sell or trade. You can apparently buy crew members here. And here are the guns. Among other things. Alright, so we're done here. Back! Well, that was a nice 60 fucking... Fuck! Oh well. So yeah. Let's go exploring. Oh wait, 2 storylets available. I don't need that anymore. How do I make this go away? I read all of the... Oh. I didn't read everything. Read, support, keep acting, no relief of a bloody thing that happens out there. When you dock in a port, a list of its areas will appear on the left. Select them to peruse the story. Yep. Stories will present you with choices. Some stories touch field hearts. Yep. It's me! Was there ever a finer captain to sail to fare the skies? Time to find out. We can't actually create characters yet. That has not been, like actually properly creating a character that has not yet been done. Heart of persuasion, iron is beating, mirrors is thought, veils is sneak. Onward! Why is it still there? Sure, let's chat. I suppose it is rather gusty, she says. My work requires extensive travel. I've grown accustomed to the high wilderness little tantrums. Your engine weathers them well. Some of the vessels I've been on couldn't even keep the wind on the outside. So, what you do? It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How's an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. You can sell time! Hours trade? What? I've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed locomotives along the Isambard line, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of hours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, prolong the better part of my retirement. Neat. So this place that we's in, what is we in? It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses. But critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. I already read that. Suns. We warred and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. The suns made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Reach's sun, she looks through the window at the lightless, stirring mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? Winchester War. Hold on. Winchester War. There are those who feel that London is a long way away, and they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them Tacketes, for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. Well, now we know what side those folks are on. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region, sometimes very earnestly indeed. The Tacketes call London's loyalists stovepipes, for our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain? Where do your sympathies lie? Chat? Booker? Stars? You got, I'm leaning, personally, for Queen and Country. That's where that's damn. Excuse me. That's what I want to lean towards. But if you guys really, really want me to say fuck the yeah, fuck the establishment. We gotta vote for Queen and Country. So whether Stars wants otherwise or not, boom, we are with London. All right, so right. Good evening. Enjoy your tea. All right, cool. That was a fun little conversation. What was it? Yep. What you got? Oh, dang, all the way up there. Okay. Well, let's hope we don't die between here and there. Damn, I see what she was saying about the vegetation here. Jesus. That fucking Jack's beanstalk? Jesus Christ. Whoa, that's a rock. Don't hit the rock. Don't hit the rock. Okay, straight north from here. Oh, boy, these control... what? Sidious Inspector approaches you in the galley. Captain, good day! I noticed your ship's clock had stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? Yeah, of course. Go right ahead. She gives a grateful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back off the and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obtuse horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. Well, good luck with that. Hey, you know what? Hell yeah. What? A good job there. Thank you, she says. A small, embarrassed silence. It's possible the inspector is pleased. Rather hard to tell. Alright, it's obvious that the strafe buttons are utter... Oh, wait. This is... How? This is below me, then. See, alright. They need to make it way more clear what is and isn't on the same level as you. Stop moving! There needs to be a full stop button. How's the small comfort? Magdalene is closest thing many Skyfarers have to a home. It offers services to alleviate the strain of spending a new life spent too close to the stars. Magdalene is one of the few places that will allow you to improve your condition should it worsen. Well, we're at 1. We should be fine. I'll just take the port report, thanks. Oh, you would like a quiet word? Okay. An attendee escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door... You know, I shouldn't have just clicked straight through getting the port report. That could have been something interesting. Oh well. An attendant escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. The amenable host is reclining on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. His atrium is always open to guests. He regularly indulges all manner of complaints, friendly criticisms, and suggestions. Today, he has a headache. Excuse me. Let's listen to his request. He beckons you close. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in mellow candlelight. It seems that there is a guest who has gotten rather too attached to a particular attendant. God, excuse me. Always he requests that the same attendant appear in the same guise. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalen's, a place of healing, a place of sanctuary, a place of respite. It was never intended to feed God damn it. Oh, this is why you have editors. It was never intended to feed a broken heart. That is an unhealthy state in which to linger. The guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest, if you're interested in helping. Well, let me, sure, I'll check it out. Fuck it, it's not like I got anything better to do. He's reclining on a couch of crushed velvet, a goblet of... yeah, we already read Clock Ticks Away, yeah. Sure! The amenable host's smile washes across his face like a wave destroying a sandcastle competition. I'm so glad you can help us. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants, and in doing so, playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. We get to have a costume party! Cool! So we can do that. Sure, let's see how this goes. I can't imagine this is gonna go well. Ooh! New officer. Fuck yeah. Hello! He waves, and boom, we now have a quartermaster. Oh, that was easy. Alrighty. Excuse me. Let's do this. Deal with the lachrymose guest. How do you plan to deal with him? A treatment chamber has been emptied for you, should you wish to adopt a guise from his past. Alternately, he is stood right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. Anyone in the chat got an opinion? We can just go and kick the crap out of him. We can pretend to be his mom, or we can pretend to be his lover. I don't know. I'm thinking. I think just like being. I'm trying to determine this character that I'm playing now, and I think that being a you know, with the whole for Queen and Country thing, and just everything is by the bootstraps, okay, but everybody in the chat wants me to dress up as his lover, so I guess that's what I'm doing. But I don't know. I like the idea of being a, you know, by the bootstraps for Queen and Country. Anything that gets in my way gets smashed type thing could be fun. But hey, I'm probably gonna die before you know it anyway, so we'll have an opportunity to try something else. So sure, we'll disguise as his lover. The attendant daubs your lips the correct shade and finishes coloring your eyes. He likes him to be jovial. He cannot bear him to be sad. This proves correct when the lachrymose guest appears. You weep, you lie, you wheedle. You're unhappy here doing this. By the end, you are both in tears. Neither of you will be returning again here as you are. Oh. Okay, so I drove him off by pretending to be sad. Or actually being sad. Fuck, I don't know, but... Hey, I did it! Yeah, let me in. And, guess what? I did the thing. The amenable host smiles beatifically. Of course, my staff will be pleased. It is a risk of our trade when our clients can no longer separate identity and illusion. He breathes out, his sigh echoing around the atrium like a loosed bird. It is a trap any of us could fall into. Here, take this. He fishes around beneath his couch for one of his goblets. It'll fetch a pretty price. Take it with my thanks. Do visit us again. 10 gold! Yay! I got 10 gold for doing that. Nah, I think we're done here. You got fuel and supplies. And you got nothing. Alright. So that's one port report. You know what? I have to pee, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode there. This has been your Funky Honky with Let's Play Sunless Skies Early Access. Stay tuned for episode 2, where we are going to further explore the Reach. So thank you always for watching, and I hope you will see me next time.